It starts with a click. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just a final cut to black. Then, nothing. When a factory stops, it doesn't collapse. It pauses. And that pause isn't peace. It's calculation. We're told labor law exists to resolve conflict. It doesn't remove conflict. It manages when you're allowed to act on it. Before you can fight, you have to wait. Climb the ladder. Works committees. Grievance redressal. Conciliation. Arbitration. Adjudication. Each step promises resolution. But notice something strange. None of them guarantee it. They just slow you down. The system doesn't ask, "Are you right?" It asks, "Are you still willing to wait?" And with every step, the cost of acting increases. Not visibly, but psychologically. Under the older framework, the Industrial Disputes Act, only certain industries had to warn before striking. Public utilities, essential services, places where disruption was dangerous. Now, under the Industrial Relations Code, everyone is on the clock. A strike no longer begins with action. It begins with a notice. 60 days of it. Think about what that does. You're forced to announce your mover long before you make it. Not to prevent the strike, but to give the other side time to prepare for it. A strike is often described as a right, a lockout as a response. But legally, they're more symmetrical than that. A strike withdraws labor. A lockout withdraws access. One says, "We won't work." The other says, "You can't." Different language. Same outcome. Pressure. At every stage, both sides are calculating something simple. Not fairness. Not justice. But risk. If workers strike too early, they lose wages. If employers lock out too aggressively, I risk liability. Is the most stable outcome of step outside the system. And the tone changes. And if both wait, nothing happens. This is where the law stops negotiating and starts accounting. Illegal strike? No wages. Illegal lockout. Employer pays. You broke the timing. So now, you absorb the cost. The system doesn't eliminate conflict. It prices it. Every notice. Every delay. Every restriction adds weight. Until one question becomes unavoidable. Is this still worth it? There's an old idea. Ultimum remedium. The last resort. Strikes and lockouts were never meant to be the first move. They are what remains when time has failed, when negotiation has thinned out, when patience has nowhere left to go. So when everything stops, don't just see silence. See the waiting that came before it. Because in labor law, peace isn't the absence of conflict. It's conflict that hasn't been allowed to happen yet. The most effective weapon in labor law isn't the strike. It's the notice of the strike.